Hey everybody, I am needing to make some ATCs and I thought that maybe I would try to do a voice video for you today with me doing this. My kids are outside playing, so if you hear them in the background, that's what's going on, and they'll probably come in, so yeah, see, they already need me to come get a bug, so just a second. Okay. I already had to go get one bug. I'm back. We'll try again. I picked up these napkins from Bed Bath & Beyond the other day, and this is kind of what started the idea for this ATC. So I just got in my drawers of ephemera that I have them divided by color. So I pulled this out and I grabbed this set of stamps, which I do not know who it's from, I'm sorry, and I figure we will just start with that and see what happens. So first of all, I think, well, let's get this napkin ready. You have to peel off the backing. This one I had started. Some napkins only have one layer, and some of them have two that you have to peel off. So this one usually doesn't come off as easy as the first one. You have to be a little bit more gentle. Okay, so, and I keep these because you can use this just like kind of like tissue paper, just to create some texture on a page or another ATC or an iCAD. So I'll be putting more glue on there, but and I'm just using a scrap piece of watercolor paper that I had in my drawer as my base, so it's nice and firm, a nice thick piece of paper. And I really like this poppy, so I'm going to try to lay it on there so I get the poppy. And if it shows through, good, and if the writing doesn't show through, then it doesn't matter. Which it looks like it's going to show through just a little bit. And you have to be gentle because napkin's very fragile when you get it wet with the glue. But if it breaks, it's not a big deal either. I'm going to set this aside. I'm just kind of folding down that. Now that it's drying, you can barely see the writing under there. Okay. I'm going to use this stamp, I think. Okay, so I'm going to use watercolor markers to color in my stamp. And these are from Letraset. They're Aqua Pro markers, and they're water-based. My local craft store was clearancing theirs out, so I got a lot of mine for a steal. These, I think I usually normally paid $6 or $7 a piece for them. So I grabbed them while I could because they weren't going to be carrying them in their store anymore. So I'm just going to, I don't know how clean this one is. Looks pretty dirty. I'm pretty bad about not cleaning these off well. And I don't even think I have a clear acrylic piece. I've got my quilt ruler here, so I'll just use that. Work perfect. So I'm going to color the center of these with some of this cadmium orange. And then this is another cadmium red. And this is just rose carmine, so it's just a dark kind of pinky. A light green, and then I have a darker green. And then I think I'm going, if I can find my water bottle. Not, there it is. Not very well prepared. I'm going to squirt this real quick just to get it wet again. Just with a little bit of water. Because I don't mind if this is all watercolory, smudgy looking. And we'll see what happens here. So that turned out pretty darn cool. I think while it's still wet, let me grab a card. I should have some iCAD cards ready, but I don't. I'm going to stamp this extra on some deli paper because I love to use deli paper just as other layers, and I always use it to catch up any extra paint or inks that I have from other projects. So that'll dry and that'll look really cool. I'll use that on an iCAD. While this is still wet, I think I'm going to take just a little drop of some black hydrous liquid watercolors and put it kind of in the center. It'll either work or it'll ruin it. So we'll see. And I put my brush in there. Looks pretty cool. Okay, so once again, I've got just a little glob of black paint up here. I'm just gonna dap it up, wipe it up with my deli paper, because I will use this on something. So I'm going to set that aside to dry. I kind of smudged it there, but that's alright. No big deal. And then I don't know what words I want to put on this yet. I've got this silly box, let me zoom out for you, that I picked up at one of our local little gift type crazy stores. And I knew I had to have it, but it's a tin box. And inside, I've got glue, and I've got these Altoid tins. This is a wrapper from Japan that my husband gave me the other day from someone that he works with. I love this paper, and I like to use it on stuff. But these are just things that I've cut from magazines. and books and whatnot. These are big ones. I've got a couple of labels in here too. I've been trying to take labels off of wine and whatnot. But in these, I have got small words that I've cut out. These are more phrases. These are pretty much just words or short phrases. These are mostly from books that I've cut out. And then the red is my not so happy words, because I wanted to kind of separate them from everything else. So if I'm making a page that's, you know, needing some not so happy words, I know that they're in this red tin. It's the angry tin. These are the happy tins. This is the angry tin. So I don't know if there's really anything in here that I want to use, but the other thing that I do where I look for words, I look for them everywhere, even in this Whole Foods magazine that I picked up in the store. So, I mean, you just never know what you're going to find. Even just right here. I'm too tired. I would totally cut that out and put it in my red, not so happy tin. But sometimes if I'm just sitting around for watching shows on TV, I can sit on the couch and this is something that I could work on. So I would cut that out for sure. And embracing the promise. What's essential to you? Health magazines are really good for positive words and phrases that I like to use on some of my pages. I don't know what I want to do for this card. So I'm just going to flip through and see if... See, this says uniquely made. This is perfect, I think. I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. I have several ATCs that I need to make. And I was flipping through some magazine images today and had pulled this one out. I think I'm going to cut the guy out. I'm just going to use the girl. But I think this will go perfect on this one. Lead, don't follow. That would be good for a journal page. And, you know, a lot of times I try to skim even through the articles because you never know what words you'll find that you might like to use in something. So, any choices? Calm yourself. I think I'm going to go with believe. I think that'll work good for this card. See, who would have thought that this word would have come from a ad for a probiotic? But I think it'll look good on this card. So I'm just going to trim it up a little bit. I still really don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't know if I like that red vine that I picked out. But I like that now that it's dried you can see the words through there. Okay, whoops, I bonked the camera there, sorry. A lot of times when I'm kind of stuck, I'll go around the edges on something with some ink. I don't know why it helps, but sometimes it does. It just kind of helps you see a little bit better where it's going. If that makes any sense. I don't know why. It just kind of helps finish up the edges so I can see in the center better, I think.
Who are you talking to?
Quiet, please. Okay. I don't know if I can make this work or not. I'm going to go ahead and cut this, see if that helps, because obviously I can't use this whole thing. I don't know if I'm trying to squeeze something on here that's not supposed to be on here, or if it's going to work. Okay, you know, let's come over here for a minute. So, over here, I've got all of these Sterilite boxes. This side is all collage elements as far as basically things out of magazines. I need to label all these drawers. This is all ephemera on this side, color organized, and this is all kind of more embellishments and ribbon. I have to keep all of my things organized by color because it's the way my brain thinks. I have tried it every which way known to man, and I always keep on going back to organizing things by color. So I've tried to keep all my brads together, I've tried to keep all my ribbons together, you know, I've tried to keep all of my rhinestones together, and I don't think like that. If I need something for a project like this ATC, let me grab it. If I need something for this, when I look at this, I don't necessarily say, oh, I need to put a rhinestone on there. I look at that and think, I need to put something yellow on there, or something red or green. So this helps me figure out better what to put on things. So I'll just come over here and see what we can find. So here's the red drawer. I don't have any idea what's in here. I pretty much, I mean, I kind of have things together. These are small pieces of ribbon. I've got the bigger stuff other places. Of course, flowers. I've got rolls back here. I've got these pins, buttons, and this is, sorry, it's probably really blurry, brads and eyelets. That's pretty much how I have each of the drawers organized. I still really, this might be kind of fun. I'm just going to pull some stuff out. This is a little crocheted flower. I apologize for things being so blurry. But I even like little paper scraps. This is left over from a piece of paper. I have a really hard time throwing things away. I have no idea what's in the bottom of this. It's like a big surprise. I don't really see anything in there. There's a butterfly. Yeah. Okay, so let's look. Okay, sorry. I keep getting cold outside, or who knows what. Anyways, I don't know if I'm going to use this or not. This might end up on a different card. Maybe I should cut it out and see if I even want what it looks like, if I even want to use this. Okay, everybody, I am back. It's the next day. Actually, I think maybe 2 days have happened since I've started on this. Kids are back outside, noisy and playing. I'm going to try to finish this up because I don't like leaving things this long. This is just a text stamp from who knows where with some stays on, which it really didn't do that much on there, but just a little bit. I'm going to try to, my pad's getting kind of dry there. That's better. And then I had this set out to put on here, and I think I've kind of talked myself out of using that. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down. Some tacky glue, I think. My glue's old and very, very thick. I need to get some more. Isn't that awful? I don't know if you can thin it down at all. This is just one of those little stoppers that they put in your coffee at Starbucks. They're great for spreading glue on things. I don't know if I want to try to put it on this part or not. It's so goopy. Thank goodness it dries clear. Okay. Alright, now in the drawers, I had picked out in my color drawers, found this, and then I've got these little green leaves. I think I'm gonna do something like that. I want something in this flower, and I had some little black kind of plasticky looking stickers, and I cannot find them anywhere. So I pulled this out of my white and black drawer. It's just scraps of white and black ribbon and yarn and threads. I think I'm gonna try to put a black center in this flower. This is kind of almost like a black jute or something. It's, oops. It is not yarn. I'm just tying it to try to get a nice knot there. For my center of my flower. I think that'll work. Get out my glue again. And of course my phone's going to start going off now. My 17-year-old daughter is at a meeting right now for school. She is going with a group of kids from school to Florida for a service project. So they had a meeting today to discuss plans. Don't be surprised if you see a journal page from me this weekend with me arting out my fears and stress and anxiety that I'm starting to have over the fact of her getting on a plane for the first time and being a few thousand miles away from me for the week. I'm already kind of starting to panic a little bit. I'm trying to keep my cool because I don't want to worry her. If she knows that I'm worried about her, then that surely won't help her, because I know she's a little freaked about riding on a plane for the first time too. So anyways, the easiest way for me to deal with those types of feelings is definitely to start pushing some paint around.
Hi.
Thank you. Thank you, Elliot.
You're welcome.
Hoping that this glue, I know the tacky glue dries clear, so I'm hoping that this will work. I don't have any other glue. I'll stick that up here. I'm trying very hard to not buy any other products unless I completely run out of something. I'm trying to use what I have. So
I think still like pox. I'm no sweet.
okay, I think I'm going to go around with my Stabilo pencil here a bit. And I don't mind if I get it up on my stamped part. And then I've got my water pen. Okay. And you know, I really made a mess out of myself this time. I don't know why I do this. I could use a towel. I know that I always do this and I don't realize that I'm doing it until like I'm editing video, and then I see myself doing that with the pen. I think part of it is, I'm getting the excess off, which I could be using a towel, but I can feel how wet my pen is whenever it's touching my skin. So, because sometimes I don't want it really wet, so I can kind of, I guess I'm brushing off the excess onto my hand. I really haven't the faintest idea. It's just one of the weird things that I do. So if you ever see me doing that, that's why I'm doing it. But yeah, I could be using a towel, but I like rubbing it on my hand for some weird reason, so I know how wet my pen is. Anyway, so I just went around the edges just to kind of give it that shadowy look, and I'm going to go around the edges with my black Stays On, which I almost always heat set this Stays On, especially when using the Mod Podge, because it takes longer for it to dry. Using the heat gun will help keep it from smearing. And I think it's done. Part of me really badly wants to go over this and make it darker, but the other part of me is afraid that I'll mess it up, so I think I'm going to leave it and not touch it. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and me trying to talk to you and explain to you what I'm doing and why. I hope to make more like this with my if my kids behave and are quiet. And have a good day. Bye-bye.